Hey everyone! No, I'm back with another live. Today is talking about something that people criticize me. Maybe the top 5 thing that people criticize me about, which is using AI. So I use multiple different AIs, right? But the main one that they're concerned about is Chat GBT. What's the problem? I don't know. You gotta figure it out. Chat GBT, I'm telling you, it's helped me through literally so much. Like, I'm not even like joking right now. Like, it's so great, so wonderful. And I would just want everyone to use it. I'll explain it more when somebody asks me why I feel like it's necessary. But yeah. So. Hey, Ruda.
Hello.
You cough like a man.
No, I don't.
Yeah, that's scary. I was like, what? Like, is this another man pretending? Anyways, so do you think AI is bad?
I think it's not.
Why?
I don't know. Like,
You don't know.
yeah, but I don't know.
Do you know why it's good?
What?
Do you know why it's good? You know what AI is?
I don't know. Like ChatGPT or something like that.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
Yeah, I love.
I love ChatGPT too. Why? Why do you love it? Stop coughing and answer.
Okay. I don't know. I just laugh because like ChatGPT. Where am I? Like
What?
he helped me. He helped me that much. And I
Yeah.
questioned for him, and he's awesome like that. He's my friend. Oh, my only friend.
I feel the exact same way, and I'm glad we can be on the same page. I hate my girlfriend. Do you want to come up? Yes or no? Okay. You didn't pick a role, so I guess you're neutral. Hello?
I am not neutral.
Then why didn't you pick a role?
Because I don't like the roles. I just never click yes.
Why don't you like the roles? It gives an idea of what you is. So I can know.
I just click the no button.
So do you like AI? Do you feel like it's bad?
I don't feel like it's necessarily bad at its current form. I think putting like a semi-conscious AI program into a robot or something that can like actually harm you is bad.
That's never
But
gonna
like
happen.
just using it as a tool on your phone, that's totally fine.
So you could have said I love AI.
I don't.
Do you think it's bad?
In its current form, not necessarily.
What do you mean its current form? There's no other form of AI.
No, I'm saying like, do you see robots all around your town or city that are
That has nothing to do with
AI?
that has nothing to do with no, it does not have to do with AI.
What are you talking about? If it's controlled by AI, it has something to do with AI.
No, it's not controlled by AI. It has a system.
No, but like I'm saying in the future,
it won't be in the future though.
Might will be. How do you
Okay,
know?
so you're
from the future.
So the only reason why you don't love AI is you talking about something that could be possibly in the future according to you. So that's why you don't love it. But now is good and you use it every day? Like, I don't understand that.
I do not use it every day. I never said I use it every day.
So you don't have ChatGPT?
I have ChatGPT, I just don't use it.
So why do you have some you don't use?
Do you have an app on your phone that you don't use?
No, because that takes up too much storage.
Ooh, you say you're broke.
But ChatGPT isn't just an app you just would not be using. That's an app that you would be using. That's why a lot of people use it. But, you know.
It's really just a tool. It's just a robot that you're talking to get a more simplified answer.
No, it's an AI intelligence.
It's just Google. It's just Google.
Yeah, but it's way better because it can give you human-like response. It can literally tell you everything. You can ask it anything, and it'll just give you whatever you ask, unlike Google.
Exactly. It's just Google, but it can talk.
It's not, though.
And make you think you're talking to a human.
Well, not necessarily, but yeah.
What do you mean?
Like Google, it won't give you direct statistics. That's what ChatGPT does, and that's why I feel like it's just
Google
so good, and I love it.
Search engine. Google's a search
It's also a form of AI intelligence.
So AI will go to those search engines, look at all the data from the suggested websites.
Yeah, but this one will give me the exact data, the exact thing I want.
It
has, trust me.
Very wrong multiple times. AI gives you false information all the time.
Not to say it's 100% factual. Okay? We're not arguing.
It's just...
I don't even know what's your standpoint. You're arguing about something that doesn't even exist, and that's why you don't, like, are not 100% on board. Like, I don't understand that.
Damn, okay. I like how you sat him straight. I find that really attractive.
Girl, bye, actually. We're only here to talk about AI.
Can I have your socials? I'm really attracted.
Okay, so my phone number is 911 in America. That's tough, not gonna lie. Well, okay. So you raised your hand. Are you ready to speak?
Yes.
Kelson, I can barely hear you. Can you speak up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
AI is bad for you because you need to get because it doesn't help you learn it. You can't develop your brain.
What? You can't develop your brain without AI?
I say you can't develop your brain with AI.
No one. What are you arguing? No one said that.
I said the AI.
So why didn't pick a role so I can get an understanding?
I couldn't. It didn't say pick a role for me.
I hate my girlfriend. Why would I let you back up and you weren't even coming up here with actual points? You just talk about something that will never ever exist. Okay. Let's see what you got.
Okay,
So what do you got?
So I'm not on board with AI. Just to make that insanely clear to you, if you still don't understand that.
You said you don't think it's wrong.
What kind of job are you trying to get in the future? If you know what you're trying to do in the future.
I'm gonna stick to the job I have. Oh,
What job do you have?
a professional hitman. Finally, someone who hates AI. I've been looking for you.
Okay, so hello.
Hello.
Can you run through your opening statements on why you love AI?
Well, AI has helped me so much through my last years of high school, okay? It made life so much easier. Any question, unlike Google, because I used to be a chronic Google searcher, right? So it won't give me direct answers like ChatGPT would. So, and I hated that. So when I found out ChatGPT and was writing all my answers when I was in school, it was just doing everything that I could have asked for, ever dreamed of. Like if I get stuck in a situation, I can say, "Oh my goodness, what do you do?" Like it's just so good. I don't understand. Well, how can it be bad?
Okay, so there are many reasons and factors that put to the whole AI is bad thing, but I'm going to just go back to one of your one of your claims, you seem to be very dependent on AI when it comes to decision making. That's not going to be good for you in the long run. Let's say if the data centers go down, if AI were to get banned, theoretically, as we are looking closer to that kind of future with the way it's impacting the job market and many other factors in our lives, especially with the environmental impact it has.
So where are you getting that from, that I'm very dependent on ChatGPT?
Well, you did tell me that whenever you're in hard situations, you don't depend on your own problem-solving skills, but you depend on the skills of AI. That is an issue in itself. AI to solve hard issues. As humans, we're supposed to go through those hard situations, learn from them. So when we get into that situation again, we can come back better. But what you're doing is just asking an AI every single time. You're not learning anything.
Excuse me, Tam. That's not what I said. I said if I have a problem, then I will ask how to address it. Okay? There's many problems that can consist of.
That's the same thing. You're dependent on AI to fix your problems, so actually trying to.
How can I fix it if I'm the one who's able to do it? It's not like ChatGPT is its own body. Like if I have a problem with my vehicle, of course I'm going to ask, okay, I have a problem with this vehicle. Like obviously, how am I going to learn from something I don't know? That's the problems I have. Just use my brain with the car.
With the amount of,
it's not the impossible.
It's quite sad. It's kind of representation of where.
Okay, but what you're not going to do is disrespect me. Okay, that's what you're not going to do. If I ask ChatGPT a question and it gives me a response, I'm still going to be the one to act upon it, not ChatGPT. So let's just get that straight. So what you're not going to do is sit there and say, oh, I lack problem skills and that's really sad. I don't really care. And don't act like you've never used Google in your life. Next. Hello.
Oh, hi. Sorry. So can we just start with
no, what's the difference between it? Huh?
What?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, sorry. Like, can we just like a starting base? Why do you like AI? Like, why are you pro AI?
So when I was a senior, and that's when in high school, your last year, you really have to work. And I was very busy during that time because I had multiple jobs, so I couldn't really put out all my effort. So what I did was ask ChatGPT to do all my schoolwork. And whether if you feel like that is unacceptable or not, all that matters is if I passed. That's all that matters. So it really helps me, put less pressure. So when I started to use ChatGPT for like my senior year, I started to realize the benefits. Like there's a lot of stuff that ChatGPT, like AI, can help you with, like situations, like if you have no one to talk to, a problem that you never faced before, you can ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not telling you to go do it, okay? What's going to give you suggestions, and it's not forcing you. It's up to you, okay? So don't act like I'm one of those people who just are fully dependent, because if the app leaves, it's leave. I'm no longer in school. I don't need it no more. But from situations that Google cannot give me a direct answer, I will go to ChatGPT and ask a direct answer on a question that I have a lot of. So I don't feel like it's bad because it helps people. Instead of people searching all these hours looking for an answer, ChatGPT can just give you the answer right then and there, and it's just so much easier. That's why I feel like it's good.
Okay. I'm just gonna circle back to when you were saying that. I think I generally disagree with that because it's not only about passing, but it's also, did you retain the information that you're learning in school, and do you still understand it, or are you going to keep it with you? And oftentimes when you see people using AI, they don't keep that with them. So it's usually
I'm not
going to and then they don't actually understand.
Yeah, I'm not. No one keeps what they learned in high school throughout their life. Like, school does not teach anything about adulthood. It just teach about math that does not exist other than school buildings. So that's what, no, I'm not focusing on that. And if it did, then I would put a time and effort to try to not use ChatGPT. But No. If it wasn't necessary for me to keep in my brain, I'm going to use ChatGPT to do it for me, period. So basically copyright.
In like jobs and stuff,
Can you answer my
don't
question?
realize, but you do use a lot of stuff that you learn in school, especially the stuff like English. You learn all your grammar from it, and if you aren't actually,
I was a senior when I started using ChatGPT. So it's not like I'm using ChatGPT to tell me about words. Like, hello, I already know what I need to know. Trust me.
I just think that it's more important. It's less
And I
important
hate that stereotype too. Like, oh, you use ChatGPT, that means you're not right in the brain. That means you're not smart. That's what you're using. No, but it's a stereotype that people use. Like that last girl, she said, I probably have no problem solving skills because I use ChatGPT for like 2 years now. So like, what?
And I think that if say someone were to use it, like especially because now there's a lot of young children using it. So say it was like there's a 10-year-old who's using it and they're going to keep using it for the rest of their life. I think that's when people start to lack problem solving skills because they can't figure it out on their own.
I've never heard a child using ChatGPT before, to be honest.
There are. Like I'm sure there are.
I've never heard that being a problem before. Like this is like the first.
But the reason why it's not a problem yet is because it hasn't been long enough. But once these children that are using it grow up, they won't have the necessary problem-solving skills and the critical thinking skills that they're going to need because it's just been dependency. I'm not saying that applies to you, but I think the children that are growing up, it will.
Yeah, but ChatGPT doesn't just say, like, let's say if I ask, like, what milk is good to drink long term, it's not just going to say goat milk or whatever the case may be, and that's the only thing it says. It says, why is it good? So it's not like it's giving the, like, minimum information.
All of that information you can get from, like reading a book or reading an article.
Nobody has time to read all that stuff. No one has time to dedicate 2 hours reading an article. Like, I'm sorry. I added a new role.
If you can't skim through an article for a little bit, I'm not saying you specifically, like this isn't an attack on you, but if it's becoming a point where you can't skim through an article for a little bit, then that's also is not even just with AI, because social media in general is the attention span. If people can't skim through an article really quickly just to kind of get basic information, that's a problem. Like if you need AI just so you can quickly read it in 2 seconds, that's a problem.
Yeah, like why would I waste my time reading a 2-hour article rather than just putting in ChatGPT and giving me the summary of it? Like what's the point of doing that? I don't understand. Like why would you just do that? If there's an easier, less time option, why not go with that?
Okay. And that I can kind of agree with, but I do. My main reason on why AI is that it's mostly for me about the water and how it's really is. Taking up so much water, and that's not good for our ecosystem.
But also, let's not just blame ChatGPT for this.
No,
there's so many. But a lot of people
think that it's humans 100%, like pollution and
right. Like there's so many bigger problems, not just AI, like the trash problem and the air pollution, like the gas and all this stuff coming from cars. People don't ever talk about that. But when it comes to an actual helpful source, they immediately put their focus on destroying ChatGPT when you should have an electrical car. You should not litter on the beach or put your trash in a trash can. Nobody focus on those people. You only focus on people who don't want to waste time.
No, I actually am one of the people who I will fully debate against all the pollution that we have. Like I am.
I got banned. Because I said pollution, probably. Like, no, ChatGPT is the best. I look at ChatGPT, every day and so. It gives you everything. Like, I've learned so much through ChatGPT. Like, there's so much things I didn't know about, and I thought I did. And ChatGPT is not just like a quick answer type of thing. Like, I genuinely ask questions from it, like on different religions and how to, form a good debating style. And it's, ChatGPT tells me all that stuff. And I just learned a new religion yesterday. And that guy was who I was debating about this religion. I'm not going to say it, but he did not know what he was saying, right? And I looked up on ChatGPT, and they gave me the whole rundown. And I was studying this religion for about 30 minutes, the religion I've never heard about, from ChatGPT. If I asked Google about that, it would have gave me, which I did. At first, I actually did look on Google, and it gave me the most, like, not like explaining the way I wanted to, like how this religion started, where it was made, all that. It just said this is a religion named this, and people who believe in it believe that, and that's all the Google search said, and it was just not enough. So, yeah, not to say like ChatGPT doesn't have to do with the water system, but like there's a cost for everything. Okay, there's a cost for everything, and ChatGPT isn't just the only thing that uses water, right? So yeah, let's stop that.
Tung 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 sahur. Ballerina cappuccina.
Get out of here.
Why?
You need a podium. Wait, they better not take over my server. If you want to come up, just raise your hand and you'll be up. Just raise that hand and you'll be up. No, not you. Not you. You're not coming up here. Raise your hand if you like to come up, not the guy who is not coming up, but only. Oh, okay. Let me just get you up here since you have that roll up. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey girl.
So,
Hi. So why do you hate my lovely platform?
well, the reason I hate AI, ooh, oh my gosh, my voice, I'm sorry. The reason I honestly hate AI is because AI, well, specifically, I hate can I specify? I hate generative AI, like, I hate, like, generated AI, like, you know, like, generative AI, like, assistant AI, helpful AI. I like that. It doesn't really affect our environment, but generative AI does. It uses up all our water, new AI data centers, which are being placed near, like, places that face heavy poverty or, like, managing the water for people who are already in poverty. And not only that, it just diminishes creativity. Like, instead of people having to be creative, all they have to do is go into AI and put in a prompt, and that's just, I'm sick of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
Wow, that was pretty terrible. Not gonna lie.
That was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
That's okay. Terrible.
No, because it's like
Okay.
you said people don't be creative. Like, I'm a very creative person. I put my ideas like I can express in words to ChatGPT and they put it out for me. You know, I debate about a lot of things and I ask ChatGPT, you know, what thing I should debate on. Like, it's very, very helpful to creative people. There are a lot of people who use, you know, AI in a negative way, but just to make those kind of people, like the whole people, they lack creativity, they're unsmart, they can't handle anything, it's very not true. Because if it was true, then they would not even be trying to look it up in the first place. They would just be walking around not knowing.
So I never said people use AI are smart at all. I didn't say people. I didn't say people who use AI are creative, but it diminishes creativity. I think now this is I'm telling you from like things I've like personal experiences I've said about people. I think the reason it diminishes AI. Okay, yeah, the reason I think AI diminishes creativity, like I said, is because you use AI. Like, I'm not gonna look at you and say, "Oh, you use AI, you're dumb, you're not creative." I'm just saying it diminishes creativity. I think a lot of
but where are you getting this from, my dear? Like, I know you said you can only speak from your personal experience. Oh, hold on. I knew when she said the DUMB, I knew she was going to get cut. Okay, let's bring up someone who's hopefully educated. Hello.
Yeah, I just love AI.
I love AI too. Love it, love it, love it. Can't hate it, hate it, hate it. Why do you use AI?
Because honestly, like, I'm just too lazy in general to do like my work, actually. But honestly,
exactly.
I would argue my creativity on like how to use ChatGPT to actually make myself not get caught has made myself even more creative.
Exactly, like in school, right?
Exactly. Like I'm in this semester right now because my English teacher just like hates me so much. She hasn't even caught me using AI. She's just like a terrible teacher. But now that I'm in summer school, like I genuinely missed like 30 days of work, and now I've been catching up on it. Like I got like 20 assignments in the span of an hour because I've just mastered ChatGPT so well.
Saying like when I was in high school, you know, I used ChatGPT kind of not my whole, but like most of the school year, and it was doing all of my work, and I had so much time to focus on me because school actually takes from your creativity. So if y'all want to talk about AI makes you less creative, no, school does. You focus all your time in school and you don't have any time for yourself. And when I was using ChatGPT on literally all my assignments, all of it was copyright. Nobody knew a thing because nobody actually cares besides the people on the internet. And it's very helpful and you should use it, period. Yes.
Exactly. And most people who just blubber about AI being bad don't even actually know how to prove that.
Exactly. Yeah, where are they getting this from? I'm very confusion. So you see the AI videos on TikTok, so what? Everyone does that who uses AI? No. I've never done that.
And I keep hearing like this stupid about the water argument, like, oh.
First of all, there's so many other things that ruin the planet, and you want to only focus on this new thing, like cars, trash all over that people don't pick up. But when it comes to this, it's destroying it, and we got to get rid of it right now. Like, no.
I want to see what this Japanese username player has to say about it.
Okay. Yes. If you want to raise your hand, hate AI, the guy who says hate AI, if you want to come up. Because if you don't, then... Hello. Do you have a voice to speak? Nope. Okay. I don't think he wants to come up here. That's why he's not raising his hand. My mic. Okay.
But why did you put me up?
Hello. Do you want to explain why you don't like AI?
I guess. Yeah, I do know what my username says, but there's a lot of reasons why I don't like AI. One of them being that it replaces a lot of jobs. Second, it also like removes you from reality. Third, it's not as useful as people think it is. Most people think that AI is very helpful for a lot of things, but honestly, if you took the time to actually learn how to do stuff, you would probably be able to do it better than AI, since AI makes a lot of errors. Fourth, it takes up a lot of water.
Can we just go one by one so I can like have a chance to talk and not forget what you say? Like what you were saying?
You just asked me to explain.
Yeah, but I asked you so I can go back on it, but I don't really remember if it's like 10 reasons why you hate that. So so what you said was it takes jobs away. So what jobs does it take away?
It removes a lot of artist jobs and movie producers, since AI is beginning to create more videos, longer videos, which can create
what
movies.
Videos? Yeah, but that's a person behind it. Like, I don't know why you guys think AI is just like a robot who doesn't operate under human beings. Like, that is a human being making it.
No, actually, AI is artificial intelligence, which means it needs to be programmed in order to do that.
Right,
so
by a human.
They program it into the artificial intelligence, and then it can do whatever it wants without the use of a human. That's the point of AI.
I know. But at the end of the day, AI does not work solely by itself. Somebody has to be operating it. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you said it was taking jobs, and it was acting like you're saying that this AI is just working plural when a human being is behind that. So it's not taking a job away if it's putting money in someone else's pocket. Because guess what? It doesn't operate without a human.
Okay. So you said that it's putting money in someone else's pocket. But what about the other people who aren't making money because AI is taking their jobs? What about them?
They're not, though.
Programming AI.
Like, I'm confused. What jobs is it taking? You haven't listed it. All you said was...
You just said no.
Saying movies, that's not a job. Making movies is not a job.
Yes, it is. Producing movies. Yes, it is.
Okay, so whose job is to produce movies? Netflix?
A producer.
No,
A producer. You know what a
that's not what
producer is?
I 100% do. That's why I'm saying no, that's not. A producer to produce movies would be like Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. AI is not replacing YouTube or Netflix or Hulu.
You know what a producer is? Okay, first of all, in the past 9 months, you know AI has replaced 38,000 jobs.
No, I don't. That's what I'm asking you.
Exactly. So how are you gonna say it's not taking people's jobs when I just told you and listed
Yeah,
how
because
many
I
jobs
know
it
the actual answer. I just wanted you to answer because I'm not just gonna like not allow you to answer.
Uh-huh. And per month, it takes 25,000 jobs per month, specifically in the US though. I'm not sure about any other countries, but since the US uses a lot of AI because of the richer, older people.
What were you saying?
In the US, AI approximately takes 25,000 jobs a month.
What statistic are you looking at?
The statistic I'm looking at, NU.edu. And Fortune.
N.DDU?
NU.edu.
And what does the title say?
The title?
Yes.
9 AI job statistics, future of US jobs. 30% of current US jobs could be automated by 2030. General AI impact on the US job market.
So they estimated that it was how many?
25,000. But so it's supposed to be 16,000 to 25,000 per month.
Can you put the website in the comments, please? AI uses 10 tons of water every day, just like your mouth.
I couldn't put it in the comments, but it's nu.edu.
Okay, can you do it slower? N what?
It's 5 letters.
Okay, I know, but you're like N da 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 da.
I said nu.edu.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm getting, does it say that like by 2030 jobs can be replaced? Does it say that?
It does. It says 30% of current US jobs could be automated by 2030.
Okay.
And then under that one, it says 300 million jobs could be lost to AI globally, representing 9.1% of all jobs worldwide.
Okay, so the thing I just looked at, thanks to my manager, it does not say anything about jobs being taken away as this current state, which you said. You said that. Let me finish, please. Because listen, you didn't even say that. With this website, it does not share what you told me before about the producers. No, the producers taking away, like AI's taking away people who produce movies and all that stuff. It does not say that in there.
Wait, first of all, you asked me, what you first asked me was what kind of jobs would AI be taking away, and I listed.
No, I said what jobs. Mm-hmm. I said what jobs, and that's when you gave me these jobs that is not on this website.
What's not wrong? Just because it's not on there doesn't mean
right. So you are false about that. You just made up something.
No. First of all, just because it's not on there doesn't mean AI can't take away those jobs. You know that, right?
Okay, whatever the case may be, you just made up something right now because I asked you what job is AI taking, and you gave me these movie producers, and I said, give me the statistic that you're looking up when you mentioned the percentages, and you said you gave me this website, but this website doesn't say anything about these jobs getting taken away like you've mentioned. So you just lied.
The website where I'm getting my percentages. You never asked me about the website where I'm getting my
before you said that it would be on this website.
No, you asked me for the website where I got my percentages.
Yeah, I literally just asked you. No, I said when you were doing the percentages, that's when I asked you. I didn't ask you specifically about the percentages. I was just like, let me see the statistics since you mentioned the percentages. So let's get a couple things straight. Okay? AI is not taking any job currently.
Girl, yes it is. Oh my god, please stop. No, please.
This statistic only shares about AI taking jobs in 2030. Possibly.
Did you not read the full thing? It says AI takes 16,000.
I don't have time to read the full thing. I only have time to read what it specifically says about AI and about the jobs. That's the only thing I have to read about. I don't need to read the whole thing. That will take way more time than it needs to.
Maybe you should read it.
It says that AI is expected to change how people work, which is true. That's true. But it's not taking any jobs right now. And you've lied.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know.
And you lied because the things you mentioned is not in here. And if it isn't in here, which it isn't, you would have gave me where are you getting about producers and AI taking the producer jobs. You would have gave me that statistic, but you didn't. Listen, when you're saying this, you need to back it up without using any type of ChatGPT. Because you hate it. Hello, why do you only use Google? No comment? That's fine. Hello.
I'll give you a few reasons why AI is bad. Okay, while many people say it's because it takes up water usage, which is true in a way, but that's not the big problem. I mean, yes, it does use water to cool down systems, but any software uses that, sadly, and we can't really change that right now because greedy companies, and honestly, companies are greedier than, but
why do you hate AI?
I mean, I dislike it. I don't think it need. We as humans lived without it for many years, and we used our knowledge to get through life, so I don't really see why we need it.
We lived many years without heater and an air conditioner. So let's get rid of those things too. Like, you can't just use that excuse. There's a lot of things we use now and we didn't use. The only reason why AI is being used is because we do need it and it helps us and it makes less time.
Are you thinking
Obviously,
of generative AI?
I'm thinking about ChatGPT, those kind of AIs.
Well, with ChatGPT, you could use Google and go to
but Google is not in the same category as AI.
Yes, it is because it provides you information. If you
that's not what all the AI does. Do you want me to give you the side by side? Because I have it on my AI engine right now. About why. Okay. But you're false about that statement.
You shouldn't really be asking AI whether it's okay to use AI because
and guess what answer it gave me? Guess what answer it gave me?
Huh?
The same thing you mentioned, that it uses tons of water. It's not like it's like not saying what the things that it does. Like ChatGPT is going to tell you things that are wrong. It's not like human beings where it's going to lie to you. Like if I ask ChatGPT right now, I'm going to ask, do you want me to ask it right now?
No, wait. Let me
if I ask, why shouldn't I use you? It's going to tell me all the reasons why. So it's not like it's just lying and it's just like this works by itself. Like, no.
Okay.
It's used to help people.
Maybe it won't lie, but still, like I said, AI usage, water isn't the biggest problem. It's
it's human beings.
Okay, wait. Do you know how AI is used to generate real people?
No. Yeah, but that AI is not a human being's asking AI to do that. AI doesn't just operate by itself. A human being has to ask it certain stuff. So instead of blaming AI, let's blame the people who are behind this mess, not AI in itself. Because y'all are acting like AI works solely on itself when other people are acting is the only reason why AI is even operating and doing what the bad stuff it's doing today.
AI takes also there's like creative writing, it makes it harder. Creative anything, it makes it harder.
Not for me.
Okay, but that's a you thing.
And the other guy too.
Anyone who is in the creative community are finding problems with AI because they're taken away from their creative space. Books are being written by AI right now. Yes, they are.
No, they are not. Search it up on what? AI?
No, search it up on Google.
Wherever the case may be, you cannot take something from somebody, okay? And even if you do, it will still be...
Well, yeah, okay. You can take it and call it from yours.
It will still be that person's work. It will still be that person's work. There's been multiple people who don't use AI who've copied people's work and made money off of it. Like, this is not just a random problem that just comes about.
Plagiarism is a problem. I never said it wasn't.
I understand. Yes, it is. But... it's not taking jobs, and it's not taking away people's creativity. Because me and that other guy who you didn't hear, AI helps people. It helps people be more creative. That's what it's intended to do. You have a question, and you can't really form it into words or form it as a vision. ChatGPT can try to sum it up that's for you, or just any AI, you know? Like, people are not just trying to be money hungry with this AI stuff. There's people who just actually have real questions that Google can't just answer. So we use ChatGPT.
You could just use Google for most of those answers.
I can't, though.
Why not?
So before I realized ChatGPT existed, like a year ago or two, I was a chronic Google searcher. But Google wouldn't give me direct answers. It would just give me links to stuff. And I would just take hours to just look for the direct answer I really wanted, okay? It'd give me Reddit searches. Like, I don't care about Reddit. Just give me the direct answer. But ChatGPT gave me the direct answer. Not Google. So that's why I don't go on Google anymore.
ChatGPT gives a summary. You will not get the full information if you search it on ChatGPT because it's giving you a summary of what you searched up.
I will. If
Okay,
I ask,
Say if you're studying Frankenstein or like any classic book for like university or like something, would you ask ChatGPT to summarize that, or would you read the book, which gives you much better knowledge and you can analyze the characters much better if you did not get that source from AI?
if I willingly picked that out, like if I wanted to do that in university, then I will dedicate the time. But when people in school, they don't care about school, they never ask to be in school, of course they're going to find a shorter amount of time to do the schoolwork. But if somebody wants to learn about Frankenstein, and actually dedicated their studies upon it, of course they're going to study upon it because they love the work, obviously. So yes, I wouldn't use ChatGPT for that.
Okay. Well, in school, you should still not be using AI. At least
I don't go to school anymore, so I won't.
Google. Okay, at least use Google if you didn't want to read the book for a better summary and see what people are saying about the book. See other people's takes. See what other people think of the characters. See how they summarize what is going on in the book. Because sources from other people are proven to be better than AI, because AI, like you said, is you can't just trust it. It says wrong things.
I can't trust what people say out their mouth most of the time. What am I going to do? Just not ask a question because I can't trust what they say? No. ChatGPT or just any AI, it doesn't just come from one source. It pulls from multiple sources to give one conclusive answer, unlike Google will just give you all the sources that comes up for it, okay? But I do appreciate you coming up, but I will not be using Google anymore. Thank you. Hello. So why?
Sorry.
So why do you feel like AI is bad?
Mainly because it takes away from humans' critical thinking, and it also causes people to rely on a robot to do things for them. Especially minors.
Okay, so what is bad about that?
It's the fact that we could turn into the people from WALL-E if we keep relying on AI.
So we can turn into something that is that's not real and it's fiction, right?
I'm sorry, say that again?
We can turn into something that's not real and it's fiction, right?
It's still a good analogy to real life.
No, it is not. Okay.
It's also a good analogy. It is.
Listen.
Have you heard of 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Irrelevant. Listen, it doesn't take away from creativity, okay? And if minors are using it, so what? And I would like for you to give me a statistics that shows that there's creativity being taken away from a minor or people who are using ChatGPT.
Faculty expressed near universal concern that student AI use undermines
What's the website?
And original writing and critical thinking. This is from the College Board.
Okay. And what's the title?
Nearly three new College Board research, faculty expressed near universal concern that student AI use undermines original writing and critical thinking. This is taking away from our critical thinking of writing academic essays. There has also been a huge job displacement because people thought AI would be reliable enough to lay people off from their jobs. And then, after that, they hired people back because they found out AI was not reliable enough at all and was causing ethical and moral concerns along with environmental concerns.
So creativity has nothing to do with school. So you said it's taken away. It's taken away creativity. Hold on. You said hold on. You said that was taken away from creativity. Then you're doing something. Then you said that this is only being applied to school. Nobody wants to go to school. obviously they're going to use something
You still
that
need to
helps
go to
time.
school.
No, you do not. School doesn't
Yes,
teach
you
you about.
do. You
School
do
doesn't.
need to go to school.
Can you stop interrupting me, please? Because all you're
You
doing.
interrupted everyone else on here.
Then why are you here? Why did you raise your hand? Why did you feel like you're going to waste time with someone who interrupts? Why did you come up here?
Because you're
Because no. So anyways, you said creativity is being taken away. Then you want to refer that nobody wants to write essays. That's right. Nobody wants to write essays. That has nothing to do with being creativity. How can you be creative in something that you don't want to do to begin with? So you just rung up something that's irrelevant. It had nothing to do with creativity. It had to do with people who are forced into school who don't want to write an essay. Nobody wants to write an essay. With your point? What is your point, dear? Hello.
Hello. You're not in school as well, right?
Yeah, I graduated with ChatGPT by my side.
Okay, so that's kind of crazy, but the thing is about the rules that you're saying that essays does help with creativity, and you're saying that basically AI
She said it doesn't.
Oh, she said it doesn't.
Yeah.
Essay being creative. Okay. But that's just fire claims using ChatGPT with AI. How do you think that this is just basically just pure selfishness, and you also do concede to the fact that you would be lazy enough to do something to AI and research based on AI, rely on AI? And how would you feel that this would actually become a huge change in our environment?
Obviously, it's going to be a huge change, but that change is overall going to be good. Okay? If it was so bad, then a large group amount of people wouldn't be using it, okay? So back to the school argument. Nobody wants to go to school, okay? People should stop going to school after elementary school, because all what you learn in elementary school is the math. How do you use grammar? And after that, it's a waste of your time. You're learning about stuff that nobody uses in the real world, okay? So what if I want to use ChatGPT to write an essay that I will never hear from again? That's not lacking creativity. A lot of creative people use ChatGPT, like myself. I'm very creative, okay? And ChatGPT does not take from it. It adds to it, okay?
Okay. So can I speak now?
Of course.
Okay, so first is use it on the environment, right? So just because AI has been normalized using by these days, specifically most students, doesn't mean that it should be appropriate.
But why is it the most students, though? You need to look into that. Like, why is only students doing it?
Second is that school is the sole reason why AI exists for now. We all know that we've been through.
I really don't care.
All this we've been graduated. Okay. Wait. It's my turn to talk, so if you mind. School is literally the AI exists. Okay, literally the sole reason why. Because why? The people who created AI, the people who are under those technologies, have been educated enough in schools, by the way, who those people, have undergone through many essays.
And then now your point is changing. Now your point is changing.
And literally. Okay, but I was saying that school is actually what gives us the pathway to our future. Nothing else.
Obviously, who's saying that? Who is saying that it doesn't? So, like I was saying, why are people who are in school using ChatGPT? Because it helps them. School takes away from your time. Okay, it takes a lot of your time. Nobody has time to study for 3 hours and then write 4-hour essays every beginning of the week. Nobody has time to do all that. It's literally facts.
Okay, you're referring to a certain amount of students.
No, I'm talking to every one of my friends. Me, are you denying that it just doesn't happen? That school takes up majority of kids' time?
No. I was just
okay,
saying,
so my point exactly. So why is AI? Why do AI is only being used by people who are in school? Because AI helps with the time thing. Okay. Instead of reading instead of reading a book that will take 2 days to read, you can get a summary that will take an hour. Why not? Why would that be just not okay? Like, I don't understand.
Okay, so you basically just appeal to practicality, and you just basically want it to be more efficient for the top students.
It is more
You're just
efficient.
saying that you no, it's not. You're just basically using AI. You just lack the simple rationality and
Okay, so you're just telling me something that you have no business speaking upon. You don't know me. So I don't know why you're saying I lack basic stuff. You don't know who I am to even make that kind of guess, because that's what it was. Okay? Listen, I'm not saying that you have no life because you dedicate your whole life to your school. I didn't say that to you, but that's 100% true. Hello.
I actually want to say,
Sprite, be quiet.
I am quiet.
No, your name is Sprite. Sorry, I was talking to Sprite. Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to say that AI does not only take creativity away from school, like school-wise, but even like if we're talking about ideas and originality, people are literally losing creativity. Like most of the TikToks which you see every day are made by AI. Imagine imagine what point of no creativity we reach. Like just imagine you can't make your own video, you have to ask AI to make it for you. And like how do you think that's okay?
I don't do that, so I don't know why you're asking me that direct question.
I'm not saying that you do that, but you support AI.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I support the bad that comes with it. Do you understand?
But AI using AI in school is not great either.
It is, because guess what? I graduated high school because of AI.
No.
So what do you mean it's not good? It's good. I'm not in summer school. I don't have to repeat the 12th grade because of AI. So it's, in my eyes, it's God. That's what it is to me, because it helps me. It really does.
Do you have the information that you were supposed to learn in that specific grade at the moment?
No, I was learning about the same stuff. It was just irrelevant stuff that I already knew. Like what?
Okay, well, you're in school. You could have dropped out if you didn't want to go to school.
Okay, dropped out and not graduate? No, that's not what I do. That's not what anyone does.
You're in school, you learn. If you don't want to learn, then you just leave.
So you think school is necessary?
If you want to graduate, you should learn.
No, do you think school is necessary? You think every subject throughout the kindergarten to 12th grade, you think every subject in school is necessary to learn?
Yeah, because you're in school. If you're not in school, then
okay, yeah, because you're in school. It doesn't matter about school. It's not necessary. I can name multiple things that's unnecessary.
Who made you enroll into school? Like, who made you get into school?
The government. Hello, the government forced me in school. Hello.
Okay, so my stance on this is that generative AI specifically is bad. That's like the only thing that I've done enough research on, so that's my stance.
Okay, but why though?
Okay, so generative AI is powered by facilities, and a lot of these facilities.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, yes. Okay, and they're in marginalized, they're in Black communities, like specifically there's a facility in Memphis, and it is releasing a lot of toxic chemicals that not only harm the environment, but they harm the actual people.
But Juju, I can list 1,000 other things that's more harmful to the environment than what you're saying. So you should probably hate vehicles, of course. You should hate plastic, so you shouldn't have plastic in your house. You should hate your TV, and if you have a PlayStation, you should hate all those things because those ruin the environment as well. So why don't you put a 10 of what you're doing to AI and all your time focusing on this because it's bad for the environment when there's things that existed prior to AI that's also very bad. So I don't understand that.
Okay.
I don't.
So one, that was just like diverting the entire topic. We're talking about AI. AI
No, it is
has not
not.
proven itself. Okay. Are you gonna let me finish or like what? So AI has not proven itself necessary. Vehicles are obviously going to put damage in the environment, but AI is increasing the damage that is being done to the environment.
Okay, so do you drive a vehicle?
No, I don't. I either carpool or I find public transportation.
Okay, so any public transportation is ruining the environment, so cut that out too. Don't just walk.
Wow.
Because you don't use AI, right?
No, I do not use generative AI.
Because you feel like it's bad for the environment?
That's exactly what I said.
So stop using other things as well. Don't just be one-sided and just only stop using one thing and think that's just, I don't need to do anything else. When there's your public transportation that you take is just as bad as ChatGPT in quotations. So stop doing that and just walk.
Okay, first of all, you're getting mad hostile. It's not that deep, baby. This is Roblox.
Juju on that beat? And don't call me baby. I am not your baby.
Yo, trust me, guys. Look.
Don't talk to the chat. Only talk to the host.
Take everything outside your house.
What?
If y'all hate AI, y'all should take everything outside your house.
Exactly. You might as well hate your mom because she's been driving a vehicle for over 40 years. So how about you hate her too? How about you just stop living in your mom's house?
Street lights, roads have all the most used by
Region, stop. No, not region.
Yes, they're all going to be used by AI because it's faster.
Judd Eden, stop talking in my comments. Stop talking, little girl. Anyway.
So what policy am I saying?
Are you talking to me?
No, it's her name
Yeah, she keeps on just writing full-on paragraphs. That's 100% ChatGPT. Proper use of AI won't last long anyways. The corporations that support AI literally upgrades it daily. That upgrade becomes what? Like, what is she talking about? Girl, how do you know this? Do you work in the facilities? No, you do not. I take classes at Stanford? Girls, don't go to college. College is bad for you.
She says she takes online classes of Stanford.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate another young man that I usually don't agree with, but I'm agreeing, is stating the facts. AI is not bad. And if it is, then vehicles need to be destroyed. Period.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. I want like somebody who used ChatGPT and had a bad experience. Because if you've never experienced the life that ChatGPT breathes into your lungs, then you probably don't know where I'm coming from or where the other guy was coming from too. Because ChatGPT literally improves your life, period. Now, why do you don't like AI?
I don't like generative AI. I think that AI generative or the other kind of.
Wait, you don't like what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What did?
I don't like. Wait, let me take off my headphones really quick. They sometimes mess with my mic.
No, I just was doing something.
Okay, hello?
Yes.
Okay. I don't like generative AI. And I don't like the people using AI to pass school. I think that's bad.
Why?
Because I think that, like, if you are planning to go into a profession where, like a profession like a doctor or a lawyer, because there have been cases, I think, of, like, AI, people implementing it in those things, and then it turns out, like, I think I read something about a law thing, where it was, like, turns out a bunch of cases got, like, messed up because the people were using AI, and, like, people either got sent to prison when they shouldn't have, or like didn't get sent to prison when they shouldn't have.
But AI can never do that though. So I'm confused. Like AI can't tell you how to be a lawyer. It can give you like tips.
AI can get you through law school if you cheat with AI, and then whenever
Okay,
you're
but
in
no one's
really
taught. I've never heard nothing like that. I only hear about AI being used like people who are in high school or like middle school.
I
Not
know,
that.
but those people, because they got through high school with AI, they'll be like, okay, I want to become a doctor, and then they'll go to college, and then they'll use AI to get through college.
So
and
let
then
me
they'll
tell you
become a
why
doctor.
that. So let me tell you why that percentage is going to stay low.
Why?
Because people are forced into school at a young age. They don't have. Their dream is not to study stuff that they don't like. You know, like I don't like math. Why did I dedicate 13 years learning about math? So people are only using that when they don't have a passion for it. Okay, when you have a passion like being a doctor and a lawyer, you will obviously dedicate your life to that because that's what you want to be. So you would dedicate every inch and cranny of that. But when you're forced into things that you don't want to be in, of course you're going to choose the route that has less time, whether you feel like, you know. So I've never ever heard that people are using ChatGPT to be a doctor, because what can ChatGPT tell you to do? Or a lawyer, what can ChatGPT tell you to do? Like, I'm confused.
That's the issue, I think. I see where you're coming from, but it's not that like you're going to be a lawyer and then every day you're
Reaper,
gonna
be
be like,
quiet. Sorry.
it's not like there's going to be like you're gonna be asking like how do I be a lawyer? It's that the like exams and stuff to be a lawyer, the courses or to be a doctor are very hefty. And so then and even if you want to go into a profession, there are people like they'll just be like, oh, I want to go into this profession whether I make it like myself or not. Like I just want to be a lawyer. Like I don't care
Yeah,
how I
but
make
like
it. I
that
just
is a
want to be
very
a lawyer.
small percentage, and like I don't know how you can just base something like that for like everyone who uses it. Like, I'm very confusion.
Do you have a percentage?
Of what?
I mean, you said it was a very low percentage, so I'm asking if you know the percentage.
It has to be way over than 8% for what you just said.
Okay, if you say it's 8% or lower?
Yeah.
Can you give me your source from that?
Observing everything.
Okay, since I'm on my phone, so I cannot look up my own sources, so I won't hold you to getting a source, but then I'm not going to assume that
Right, but
statistically
yeah.
right.
Yeah, because I'm
Okay.
someone who uses AI. I've seen every negative point, and I've never ever heard or seen literally anything about people using AI for law school or to be a doctor.
I'm just saying that that's an example. I think it is quite possible with the way that AI is going that people will, even if I believe it's happened now, even if I could probably look something up on it, but I'm on my phone, so I can't right now.
So,
but
okay,
I
yeah.
think that if it's not happening a lot now, it will happen a lot in the future, and that is what I'm also worried about.
Right, but there's a lot of stuff in certain learning programs that is unnecessarily takes way more than it should. So again, like a lot of people who use it for when school, they use it so it can require less time. That is it.
Like, for what are you talking about?
For
what
literally anything.
Because I think that while I'm like, yeah, it'll take a while. It'll take a long time. I'm not going to lie. If I've had like a long thing to read, I have summed it up. But I would not use AI like on like my quizzes, my assignments, my tests.
Right, you rather take like 6-7 hours of your life that you can't get back.
I mean, essays usually only take like an hour, maybe 2 tops, depending on how well
depending
you know
how much are you supposed to write down that the teacher says.
I mean, you can space it out also. I think that like,
and then you have to check on the grammar and make sure everything sounds cohesive. Like, that takes way more than an hour. Then you have to plan everything before, and then you have to write a rough draft. Like, that takes way more than an hour.
I could be slightly biased myself because I enjoy writing essays, so
That's
I don't
great.
see it as like a draw. But I do think that writing essays and other, like, a school isn't just like telling you this and that. It's like teaching you how to learn, to retain information, like to
Right.
know things about, like, for history, because you learn history and you don't want history to repeat itself. That's why you learn about, like, these wars, these bad people. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
important
something
to
you learn in
know.
elementary school, not in like when you're a senior.
I didn't learn like US, American, or world history when I was in elementary school. I'm learning it in high school. You learn certain subjects whenever, like, you learn the basic things that you need to retain for the rest of your life, like, how to speak, like numbers, shapes,
Yeah.
colors,
But when it gets to the
whenever
point
you're
where it's
younger.
draining is you're repeating the same thing over and over every August or July.
Like what?
Right? School!
I know, but there are different things that you learn each time.
Yeah, like, oh, I hate this world. Reaper, I'll let you up when you say an apology, because you were being really rude. Like that other girl. Hey!
Hello.
I appreciate you for loving AI as your Lord and Savior. So I'm joking, but not really.
I do like AI for its purposes, but I believe that most people
There's a
don't use
line.
it. Yes. I think that especially like school related, people should be using it for feedback instead of using it to like write it for them, because you should be, if you're writing an essay, usually it's always like hard to like write it, like no one really wants to do that. But the main goal is not what you're writing about. It's like developing your brain and critical thinking skills. So I think that if you use AI to just write it and you don't understand the information, it doesn't really develop anything. But instead, and then use it for maybe feedback or some tips, then it would be a lot more beneficial to society.
Okay, thank you for saying that. Have a good life. So I'll put up, so since Regan wants Reaper to replace her, then I'll put him up before you, after this guy. Or girl. Hello.
Hi.
So why do you hate AI?
The reason why I hate AI is because for ChatGPT, it uses like 1 million gallons of water every day. I don't know specifically, but it uses a whole bunch of water every single day, and plus it's gonna change the climate from how much water it uses. And then I have a question. Do you think that we should go to school, like college?
No.
Why?
Because that wastes money for unnecessary stuff.
But what if they live in an apartment instead of the dorms?
Well, good for them.
That was just my question. Do you have anything to disagree? Well,
I can't disagree about a fact that it is taking water. Like, I'm not going to deny that, but yeah.
And the environment changing like terribly. But you know how you said that like cars are like bad too? Cars aren't doing as much damage as ChatGPT is.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, trust me. It is, but it's not like that.
It is, but it's not.
It's really different.
It is, but it's not. So it is, but it's not.
So first
Good evening.
Dog, what? Okay, so first I can bring up the point that many disgusting men take underage pictures of girls and put them into AI to put them in, like, provocative poses.
Okay, yeah.
We'd also, bring, like...
You can't stop people who like kids. Like, I unfortunately, that can never be stopped.
We can also, bring, like... Many people have gotten arrested because of AI, because, like... On, like, security cameras, they use generative AI to put faces onto, like, criminals and stuff, and then that actually has gotten people arrested. We can also bring up the argument that it does take people's jobs.
What job?
Leading to... It can take, it actually
No,
does
it can. Just tell me what it is doing.
It can, lead
Not
to less pay
what it has it done.
it can lead to less pay and people losing their
It can,
jobs.
so it hasn't
They don't
happened.
have enough
So
money.
okay, so let's get back to the one who likes little kids. So unfortunately, you cannot stop those people who are not just men who like little kids. Okay,
But that's
so we
still
shouldn't get rid
contributing
of
to
a
a
whole
bad look on
thing
AI.
that does so much that you can't see to people because of someone who likes little kids, unfortunately, right? Roblox is about to be
that's
taken
still a
away
bad
because of that.
outlook.
There's so much things that are possibly going to get taken away from these kind of people, and they can never be stopped. Are we going to regress a whole generation because of these people? No, we have to move forward. Obviously, they're going to get caught eventually. They can't continue doing that, but saying, oh, I hate AI as a general only because of these people is really foolish.
No, it's not just because of those people.
Because I should hate school because there's a lot of people who like little kids who lurk around school buildings, so I should hate school, even though
Okay,
like.
but what about yeah, I don't hate AI just for that. It's a contributing factor to why I hate AI.
Okay, that's great. That's
what about what about misinformation and deepfakes? You know, AI can make it easier to like produce convincing like messages and forged images and scams. What do you think about that?
That AI is not the only one who's done that before. Okay, not
but
denying
AI
that's terrible,
contributes to a
that's
lot of
bad,
it.
that shouldn't be done. But again, that it's not the first time in history that's ever been done. It's many things that have done scams that just come from people in itself, and let's not forget
But
there's people
can use
behind
AI
these.
to harm people with those scams. They can use them to like they
I
can
bet they
expose
can.
them. They can use AI. Yeah, so that's another
Not from
contributing
AI.
factor
They
to
can't
why
expose them from AI. They have to expose themselves first. But yeah, like scams are always going to exist. Those people who like kids are always going to exist. Stopping an app because of that is just very unnecessary. Like, I don't understand. How about don't put your kid on the internet? How about that?
So it's their fault for doing that and not the creep's fault?
They need to take better precautions. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but that's still a bad look on AI because it has the possibility to do that, and many people do that.
What'd you say?
I said that's still a horrible outlook on AI because you know it can do that. It has the chance of doing that. Overall, there's more factors that prove AI is doing more harm than good.
Right. So, I don't see how that's something. I wouldn't just hate a whole thing because of very unfortunate things that happen. That's not what the app is promoting either.
But what about like again, I can bring up the job argument. It takes people's money. AI can replace people's jobs and take their money from them.
Just because it can't do it doesn't mean that's what it promotes.
I'm
behind it.
More harm than good.
Oh, okay, that's what you're saying.
What about art? What about art?
I don't see how it creates more harm than good. Then we have to put it side by side. Give me 1 second, please. Hello? Hello, hello?
What the hell? Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Why?
Because you were just silent.
Dude, where were you?
I was using the
I thought you
restroom.
were AFK. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
you should have told us that.
I did. I said, give me a second. Did you not hear me?
Okay, I can bring up the facial recognition. What the hell? Facial recognition argument. It may not always be accurate, especially like that has gotten many people arrested.
Okay. So I want to let Mockingjay to debate you because you're just not. I don't know what to say to that. All right. Okay.
Hello.
I love your profile picture, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, I look, he wasn't listening before, so would you like to like go over some of your points?
On what? I have a lot of
I guess just like main reasons why you hate AI.
Okay, so I would put job displacement first because it can lead a lot of people to losing money and losing their job in general. I would also, again, I can bring up the weird dude argument where they take kids' faces and put them in weird poses with using AI. And I can also bring up the misinformation and the deep faking about how AI can like generate models, like harmful models, and also can like produce fake news that can seem like real, as well as scams, and it can also expose a lot of people on security cameras and stuff like that, and facial recognition again. It can always it no, it's not always 100% accurate, which can lead to a lot of people in deep crap, innocent people for like stuff they didn't do. As well as
I wanted
I can
to.
also put
Oh,
environmental harm. It uses a lot of water.
okay, so I'll just address that first because that's what I'm a little more knowledgeable in. But essentially, with the way that data centers consume water, and first off, I'll just preface by saying with AI companies, they tend to be less transparent about the water that they use, the electricity they consume. And these can all be typically found on things called AI model cards, which are cards made by developers just to like um, give the stats of the AI model and the general things regarding its data centers. But I digress. So within a data center, there's typically two types of cooling, and cooling is generally where we see this enormous amount of water being consumed. So there's server level and there's facility level. So at the server level, for the server racks themselves, actually little to no water is typically being consumed because the technology that these companies are using is typically suited for minimal water consumption. So they use technologies like liquid cooling, or I forgot the other word, but yeah, liquid cooling is a big one, and that one uses very little water. So especially like water evaporation, very little water evaporation. Now, the thing that people seem most to be concerned with, or in the general scientific community, is the facility level, which would be when the entire facility or the entire center is being cooled. And that they're still using evaporative, like or air cooling towers, and those do evaporate quite a bit of water. However, even in that, we are seeing a rise in water efficient technologies. And so there's a bunch of other aspects that go into it, like maybe cost of adapting it, but for the most part, it's not too water heavy. Now, I will say there's an impact of definitely in local areas. So if you find a data center that's built near a watershed where water is already scarce, but that's only a few special cases. So that's on the environmental side. And for job displacement, yes, we are seeing some displacement in entry level jobs. So like bookkeeping, um, clerk jobs, maybe entry-level computer science positions, but these are just things that AI can do because there's an algorithm for it, and a lot of times the crunching of the numbers or the sorting of the data, that can just be done by AI. It simply maximizes efficiency. But on the large scale of things, when we're talking about like structurally the employment, I guess, network of many countries, including the US, it's not taken a major hit. And now I can't say for sure if this is going to change in the future, but what I can say is that humans are still very much needed, especially in things like business management. Human resources is just a very important department of many jobs. And then you also got your healthcare, things like that. So yes, entry-level positions do face struggle right now, but there's always a way to get past that, get more education, and hopefully move on to jobs that have a little more stability. But there's a lot of ways to work with AI, and like I know my parents, there's like within their jobs they use Copilot, for example, and typically that just helps write emails and things, but their jobs are just fine. They're doing people management, things like that. So they're pretty much protected. So I think that a lot of the fear mongering around this like job loss thing is rooted in a lot of things that are blown out of proportion. So what was the other point that you mentioned?
I would say misinformation or deep fakes.
Okay, I would agree on this. I think that generative AI is very, very harmful, and there's just a ton of crap on the internet, and unfortunately that's the case. And I think that's really just the responsibility of the government. And I hate when regulations aren't enough and they're not enough to protect victims. But deepfakes have also been a thing for quite a while. But I do sympathize with you on that, and I think there should definitely be more regulations in place, more justice for victims. And I also I want to ask you, do you just hate generative AI or like all AI?
This could all been tied in their own
Most
server, honestly.
generative AI. I would say not.
She thinks I agree with
most
pedophiles
AI.
just because I come to terms that they cannot be stopped as a whole.
If you're gonna do work, you should just do it yourself.
Yeah. I think I agree with that to some extent. It can be frustrating to see your classmates using AI for really simple things. But it's definitely a tool, and I think from life in my life, I've used AI in college. For example, just to study for exams, they still score really good level of exams, but they're not using AI to do their assignments or anything. It just compiles resources and helps them study. So in that case, I don't think it's doing the work for them.
Då går det betyder nej, inte. Det går
I don't think roles. I don't completely love AI, so I'm not about that. But yeah, I just find that a lot of people who hate AI, it's coming from a good place, but a lot of the stuff is also a result of your mongering. So
right,
yeah.
Okay. I see your point. What is your argument on?
I do appreciate you coming up. Okay. Listen, we're not going to talk for 14 hours, okay? Well, you guys can do that. Feel free. But I appreciate you coming up. Good night. Hello? Also, Reaper. So you think I agree with people who like little kids?
What? I just joined. And we're at 24 minutes just to wait for my time.
I'm sorry. Okay, go.
So,
Right.
Aren't you gonna ask my question?
Aren't you the one who hates it?
Yes.
So explain to me why. Please.
Okay, let's first go into Google. Google?
Oh, Jesus. You can wait for 24 minutes and you go straight to Google. But if I use ChatGPT, I'm just a terrible person.
Hear me out. So the whole purpose of Google is supposed to be a search engine.
And what is ChatGPT? What? What'd you say? Are you okay? We're not here for the funny games.
Google.
Hello. What? What was that?
I said hi again.
Oh, hi.
I wanted to talk more about like generative AI, like River was talking about.
Okay. What about it?
I think that it's bad because not only because it can make like deepfakes and stuff, but I also think that it can like cause and enable addictions. And I also don't think that it's good whenever people. I think people have been trying to implement it into therapy. I also don't think that's a good thing.
Why?
Because I don't think that AI has enough like human nuance to be able to like be a therapist for another human.
Why?
Because I don't think that like putting a robot in front of somebody and that person is telling them like, because I think that there are people that like will try to like better themselves with therapy, but I also think that there are people that just want like to be told that they're not bad people even when they do bad actions. And like AJ mentioned, people don't only need comforting. They need like hard truth. They need like nuanced perspective. If they're doing something bad and they just want to be told that they're not, they need to know that they are.
But guess what? You're not allowed to share harmful ideas to ChatGPT because it shuts the whole thing down. Trust me. I tested it. You're not allowed to ask for harmful ideas, and it's not going to let you say whatever. So again, that's not what it does. So if you mention about like people passing away, it's going to say, we can't talk about that no more. And then if you continue to do it, they'll ask why I was continue to ask about that, but it will shut the whole thing down.
So
you know?
AI isn't good for therapy then.
Yeah, but you're acting like it's enabling people to do stuff and it's not going to say anything, and it's not going to say like, oh, you're not supposed to do that because it's AI and it's supposed to comfort you when it doesn't.
I think I've tried this out before, or I've seen somebody try it out. I think that depending on the way that you word things, in AI, it may tell you like, oh, that wasn't the best decision, but it doesn't mean you're like a bad person. It just, but people can still be bad people and not be aware of it. And I just think that humans are way more helpful in the world of therapy because they have like that human perspective.
But they're the ones doing it for money.
Who's doing it for money?
The therapists. The only reason why they're talking to you is for money. So how is it much better for something that doesn't charge you and says stuff and won't think something ill of you and all that stuff?
I mean,
why?
Why is so therapists shouldn't think?
It's money hungry people. It's the easiest job ever. You can just sit there and listen and just say little bits there, here and there, and you get paid, I don't know, $5,000 a month? No, a week? Or per session? Like, how is that any better than using ChatGPT to, and it's not going to tell you to do harmful things to other unless you're, a hacker or something. Like, trust me, it's not going to do that. And it hasn't done that.
I mean, I don't want to take just like a trust you on that. I see where you're coming from, but I also think that I would not be surprised if somebody has told me this has happened before. I believe I have tested it out, or I've seen someone test it out. Like maybe it's my personal belief, but I think that it's much more helpful to have a human perspective.
Who takes all your money? Like, this is what you guys do. Like, the route that y'all are saying, like, you act like it's better because it's human, but humans are terrible. Like what? You pay $3,000 per session. Okay, they charge you if you want to go over the limit. That is not good. That's not good whatsoever.
But humans understand like the human perspective.
Not every
AI
therapist understands their patient. No. Just because they're trained to do so.
I'm not saying they have to understand their patient like on every single aspect. I'm saying that they can relate because they're human. A robot is not going to be able to understand like human nuance and perspective.
But when you talk to a therapist, you don't want the therapist to relate to you. You just want them to just be there so you can just talk. No one wants your therapist to be like, yeah, I relate to you. Don't even say that. They just listen.
I mean, that's not all the therapist does.
No, but therapists, they never say I relate to. That's not what they're supposed to do.
I know, but a therapist's job is not just to listen to you. A therapist's job is also to help you
add commentary.
Work out like trauma or issues that you may have.
Right. But if you don't want to tell nobody your business and pay so much money, why not talk to an AI source, right, that can possibly give you things to boost your mood instead of you taking pills? Like, I feel like that's just not good.
Because boosting the mood is not... Huh?
Yeah, but understanding, you know, that's a different topic.
You said boosting the mood.
No, I didn't know what I was about to say.
Okay. Boosting the mood is not why people go to therapy.
Clock that T. Whoever said that, clock that T. Hold on. Sorry.
What?
Nothing. No, but I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, like, you can never tell me that going to therapy is better than AI because it's really untrue, you know? And there's a lot of negatives, but there, for me, I feel like there's more positives because guess what? I used ChatGPT to graduate high school. So, of course, I'm not going to say, like, I would obviously view it as a positive thing. Okay?
So it's
and many other people do.
I'm not saying that like bias, but I'm saying like based on your experience.
Well, you will have to form some type of bias towards something. That's why you disagree or agree.
I mean, I think that like AI, I don't agree with the use of AI in the ways that it's being used or planning to be used. I think that some forms of it can be helpful, but generally, I don't think that it should be able to be as accessed as it is.
Right, because now we have to pay to get a ChatGPT now.
Are you able to talk more on generative AI?
Not really, because it's like, what am I going to do? Deny that? How am I going to counterattack that?
I mean, because whenever we were talking about, whenever Reaper was talking about the like deepfakes and stuff, I agree with you that you're not going to be able to stop people from liking those inappropriate things or like, you know, those like minors. But I do think that generative AI, like no matter if people are still going to like it or not, it gives it an outlet for it to be produced rapidly and massively, and that is a problem.
Right. Yeah, but I agree with that, but at the same time, you guys put so much effort in attacking what these people who like little children are on rather than the people itself. You need to put that much effort tracking these people down rather than eliminating every app. Like, I don't know how many apps that has been gone because of these people who like little kids. It's sick.
Like what?
Yeah, let's use AI to track these people. Exactly. Nobody wants to do that. They just want to destroy every AI app instead of getting these people who are using the AI, because once again, AI cannot operate without humans being involved to generate stuff. So let's track down these people instead of focusing on these apps should be and all these restrictions. Just get these people. Put all your dedication to getting these people and making them pass away.
I think that two things can be true at once. I'm not sure what apps you were talking about that have been taken down or shut down, but
Roblox, Fortnite, Omegle.
Roblox and Fortnite are still up though. And they're not.
They're restrictions
that's not
though.
what we're talking about.
No,
I'm
but
talking
like.
about generative AI.
Okay.
Whenever I'm saying that, I understand, like, we should be finding these people. They are terrible, terrible people. And I think that in some alternate way, if they implemented AI, it might not be the worst thing in the world if these like bad people are getting caught. But I do think leaving these like they're almost like safe spaces for this media to be generated and passed around. It's bad. They can both be true at once.
Yeah,
and we should get rid of them. Or
well,
be a restriction on.
I'm sick of these restrictions. Oh my goodness. Oh my god.
No way that AI should be able to accept that prompt and generate it. That is completely unacceptable.
Right.
So why does it allow it?
Because that's what AI does. It allows whatever the person says. Sickly.
But it won't allow some, you just said earlier about the therapy thing that it won't allow someone to say like, or that it won't allow.
Yeah, it won't. If you say some things that are like, yeah. But if it's telling you to generate children, it's not gonna be like, wait a minute. It's just gonna just do it because they don't. Because sickly AI doesn't think that people are gonna do that. So, yeah. But when you're actually talking about things that are inappropriate, it's gonna be like, no. What?
You said earlier, I'm like slightly confused because you said earlier that it like will not allow somebody to say something like a harm or like ask like how to harm someone or something, but it will allow them to generate material like that of minors. I don't understand why that is a thing. I don't understand why.
Because like generating children, the AI doesn't define, because it doesn't have human-like emotions, to be like, oh my, that's weird. The people who programmed it, they're obviously not going to allow it to talk about steps to make somebody pass away or what you feel like when it has to do with stuff like that. But when it has to do with children, the AI is not going to think, oh, why is they asking me to do that? They're just going to do it.
Yeah, because the AI can't think, and the people that are so the people that make the AI, they are not allowing it to say that they should like end someone's life, correct?
Yeah, they're not allowing any stuff like that to be. Yeah.
Okay. So then, why are they not implementing that same action for like? Because Roblox does it. They have like keywords. Like if I were to say like a swear or like an inappropriate thing in the chat, it would tag, or they would take my voice chat. So why? For something as simple as Roblox, and then as something as big as generative AI, why are they not banning those keywords?
Because guess what? When you make something like an app, your first thing, isn't let's dedicate a section of our game for people who like little kids. That's not how when people get ideas for making apps. They don't think about that stuff until that stuff happens on their platform, like Roblox. Roblox never had this different age groups you can play with, because when the developer made the game, they're not thinking about stuff like that, because you don't want to think about stuff like that when you're making a game of restrictions like that, because it's sick. So eventually there probably is going to be a restriction upon that, but at this moment the developer didn't feel like it was needed, because they didn't feel like people were going to go around the app and make some sick stuff like that. That's why
I genuinely think that if, especially for the Roblox part you said about a children's game, I genuinely think that if you are not already, say it hasn't even happened yet, there's a very strong possibility. And I think that if you are not like thinking of that as one of the first things, or even like the second step after developing your game, then I think there is something that you are missing. Like you are
right, but it's so sick to even think about that. You have to keep that understanding as well.
It's such a sick thing.
Like you're a girl. Like, let me give you an example. Like you're a girl and you're trying to get something to eat at 2 a.m. in the morning. So you don't have a car, so you walk. But you don't think about, there's probably a guy who's around the corner. You don't think about that. Even though that should, Well, I don't. And that's usually would be the first thing. But you're so used to living in this bubble that these things don't exist, but they do. So that's why. And I can't combat it. So yeah. I appreciate you coming up here.
I'm not understanding why you're assuming that I'm in a bubble where these things don't exist. I don't go out at night.
No, I'm talking about the people who make these kind of games with no restriction. No, I'm talking about the people who don't have any type of restriction when it comes to a children's game or like a game or an app that can influence some type of behavior. They don't think about stuff like that because all they're thinking about is, oh, people are going to really like my game. They're not thinking about the disclaimers, unfortunately. So that's all I got to say to that.
Even if I could agree in some way with what you're saying, I don't, then why has that not been done on generative AI when this has happened before?
Now, are you saying that the developer is enabling this? Because then you have to give me something to support that.
Have you given me anything to support any of your claims?
No, because you didn't ask.
Yeah, because I'm not able to because I'm on my phone. But what's it called? I'm saying that you said
girl, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Roblox did not implement this thing before until it started happening, and now they did, correct?
Yes.
So that has started happening a while bit on a generative AI things. So why have they not yet even announced the possibility of restrictions like that happening, let alone started working on it?
You have no idea that they're starting to work on it. You have sickly no idea. But I appreciate you coming up today.
Me personally, I think that there should have been restrictions already.
I agree with you. But you need to take this out with the because what you're basing it off of is like people who don't look at every single side effects of this are terrible. Well, that's not true, right?
Have I stated that?
But that's what you guys are coming up here and saying. Like you guys act like I don't know about the water stuff, that I don't know about people creating AI generated paintings and stealing from people. Like I know that. So you're bringing it to my attention like I have no idea.
I'm aware you do. I'm sure that like you've seen it on your own, or people have come up with it. I never once questioned it. I asked what you thought about it. I said, are you able to talk about generative AI? You said yes, and so I started talking to you about it.
Okay. Well, all I gotta say is there should definitely be restrictions upon the generating children. But there's really nothing I or anyone who uses the app can do who don't do that besides just contact the developer. That's it.
I know there's nothing that like regular people can do about it. I think there should be restrictions on like anything that AI generate.
Exactly.
Okay, so we agree on the generation thing and the deepfakes.
Yes.
Okay. That's
have a lovely evening.
You too.
Okay, let's bring up. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Stop typing in that comments and speak. Hello. So why do you just love ChatGPT, right? Don't you love ChatGPT?
Yeah, but I love how we love how.
Yes. Why? What benefits have ChatGPT brought into your life?
Because, bro,
we're not even going to live till 2030 because guess what? I'm not even allowed to say it. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry. What were you saying?
Because we use cloud to like generate websites. People buy courses.
Well, I never used the generating part. I only use the messages part. So you generate stuff? What do you generate?
I generate mommy ASMR. So basically, what I was saying in chat earlier, I make mommy ASMR.
So you're the people who use ChatGPT for your urges, your perverted urges. You're the people who do that. So look, here, we have someone who uses it. I'm not the one. I'm the one who uses ChatGPT what it was intended to do, to help people. But he uses it for his urges. So guess what? That's him. So you just generate stuff on ChatGPT? Is that all benefit it brings in your life?
Yeah.
Really, bro? But how can ChatGPT generate ASMR? I don't understand.
So there's different websites. There's a different AI that does it.
Oh, okay. So what do you specifically ask for it to generate? What? What'd you say? Huh?
So I basically say, look, it's better to check.
Where is it? I don't see it. But why can't you just say it? I don't understand. Generate me audio clips of comforting to go to bed for being a bad boy staying up late.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wow.
Yo, I'm gonna debate this dude, bro. Right.
All right, but let me just debate her first to see if she consents to speak to somebody like you. Okay? Because I don't know why you're doing this. Yippee, turn that stuff off.
Yes, I will. I promise. I tried once and cut off. But I believe AI is bad in terms of its destroying our
Yippee, would you like to debate the guy who came up here, or you don't have time for him?
Oh no, he's illogical. He doesn't know what he's
Oh yeah, he very
he's
much
just trying to be
is.
here just to laugh. He doesn't seem logical at all. I don't want to debate him. But I wanted to come up here and say, do you think that AI, generative AI, is destroying our youth possible intelligence?
Nope.
Okay, why don't you think so?
Because you literally have to tell in the search engine exactly what you want, and it will do it for you. It's not like you can pick from what they already have, or it's operating on its own. No, you really have to tell it what to generate, like that guy was doing. So I don't understand how it can take away someone's creativity when that person is literally telling that thing exactly what to generate. So what?
That's taking widespread creativity. Like we're talking about different forms of creativity.
Like painting?
You're compressing that down. You're compressing that down into one box. You're saying all creativity should come from just words. Creativity can be expressed in so many more ways.
Yeah, but we're only talking about the AI.
Yeah,
no, but you asked me when the AI. You didn't say creativity.
I can stem and create images. Yeah, I can create text.
So that's what I thought you meant.
I can create anything of the sort, right? And our youth is using this to go through school. They're not learning anything from letting AI take over their school career. School is implemented for people to learn. If you're going to school and using AI to complete all of your assignments and type your papers, you are not learning anything. That's what school is intended to do. And when you get out on your own, you're not going to know what to do because you have no information from school that ChatGPT did for you. So if you go into life with no information from school, which is the reason it's intended for, how are you going to survive on your own? How are you going to function with society? You let somebody else do school for you.
Yippee. I want you to drink some water, please. And also,
I'm fine. I'm not heated.
Okay.
I'm just
no, I know you're not heated. It's just you were talking really fast, so I'm just concerned. So this
I'm
is
fine. It's just how I talk. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So this is coming from someone who used ChatGPT to graduate, and if ChatGPT didn't exist, then I would still be in probably high school. So, yeah. So again,
that's your fault. You should have put in more. You should have put.
It's 100% my fault. I did that.
Time and effort to do.
Who said I didn't put no time and effort in?
Using AI it says so much about your character. Saying that
Yippee,
you cannot do
Yippee, do not disrespect. Okay.
I will disrespect you because I don't agree with the methods.
You don't have to agree, but I'm not disrespecting you because we don't agree. Okay, Yippee.
Okay.
So again,
I'll calm down. I'll let you.
Thank you.
I'll speak. I'll do your take, and I'll respond.
So when you do something that you feel like you've already been doing for let's just say 13 years,
Okay.
you get tired of doing the same thing over again, and you lack the time, especially if you have a job and you have things like after school practices and other things you have to do, right? You don't have the time to dedicate and put effort that will take more than an hour for certain schoolwork, okay? And that's the main reason why I was using AI, because I had so much going on, and the school was asking me to dedicate my whole life
Okay.
to school.
Can I
So, and I feel like a lot of these children, I feel like a lot of these children have the same type of problem where they want to have other stuff to do, but they're putting too much effort without using ChatGPT to do and finish these assignments on time. And ChatGPT is just a relieving thing where it can just be on time, give you the simplest text to write, to copy and paste, and you'll be free of it, okay? Because guess what? If they're out of elementary school, that's all you need to know about life, okay? You already learned syllables, grammar, different equations. You don't need to know numerators, denominators, and what is x plus a plus z. You don't need to know that in life.
It depends the field you enter. There's some people who have a love for a certain type of math. That's very
Then they
important.
wouldn't be using ChatGPT.
Especially a lot in the construction company, where you need to know how to give proper numbers and
yeah, but they don't use letters, right?
Include fractions. They do. That's called variables. Variables are used when you do not know something yet. That's like saying this number.
Then why would they be using it in construction if they don't know what the number is? I'm confused.
Because you got to find out the number. It's just a placeholder until you find out the number.
Okay, so
if you went to school and you went through the topic of variables, you would understand that a variable is a placeholder for a number that you've not.
I know what it is, sugar plum. I know what it is, okay? But if somebody does not want to, okay, I won't. If somebody won't want to be a future math teacher or a construction worker, which I guarantee they do not do math in construction, okay? But if they don't want to do that, why would they still dedicate the same amount of effort as someone who would? Like, there's certain stuff that I didn't use ChatGPT for that I actually liked. Like learning about, women's history. I didn't need to I wanted to dedicate my time to do that, right? But there's a lot of kids who don't want to dedicate their life, 13 years, and learning stuff that they won't be doing in college. So it's a big waste of time. So why can't they use ChatGPT? Why can't they use ChatGPT?
You want to have knowledge. You want to be as smart as you can be. You have potential to do so much more than people can find you to do. You want to reach your max potential. That's your
that has
goal.
nothing to do.
You don't want to dumb yourself down and say, I'm just going to use ChatGPT because I think
they're not dumbing themselves down. How dare you?
You absolutely are. If you were going to something else to do your work for you, you were absolutely dumbing yourself down. You are not reaching your final potential. Your whole goal in life is to be the best person you can be. And for you to use ChatGPT in your assignments, that is laziness, and that is not your full potential.
What would be lazy is them not even doing the work.
Okay, I know
that would be lazy.
You had an argument real quick. Your argument was that people have extracurricular activities, right? Who signs up for those extracurricular activities? Your teachers or you? You are signing yourself up.
I'm not even saying what it has to do with school. I'm just talking about in general. Like some people have to do, basketball that has nothing to do with school, like ballet, dancing.
2 hours every day. The most it takes is 2 hours. You have
I'm just giving examples. I'm just giving
that example is a bad example because it's 2 hours long.
Yippee. Listen, what the teachers are asking is stuff that will be considered for people who do not have a life.
What?
That's what it is. Yes, it is.
I go to a college preparatory school, right? I don't use
AI.
AI.
I bet you do.
And I play two sports. I play two sports. And while maintaining these two sports, I can still do my schoolwork. I get it done during my study holidays.
Just because you can, Yippee boy, doesn't mean a lot of kids who are much younger than you, who don't understand certain stuff, can. They're not in
That's why you need
college.
to learn. That's the importance of learning. If you just use ChatGPT, you will learn how to adapt to these
I have never.
what life is
I've
going to
been
give
out
you.
of school for like a year, and I've never experienced nothing close to taking majority of my time that I'm doing 5 days a week, doing essays back to back to back. I'm not. No, I've never experienced or adapted to something near close to that.
How are
And
you?
the sad part about it is they're not even getting money. There's a certain country, I forgot, where you get paid to go to school. It'll be good if they get paid to put on that work just for them to not even go to college, but they don't. And I'm 19.
Wait, repeat what you said? One more time?
Repeat all what I just said?
Yes, repeat what you just said.
They're
Give me
putting,
for no reason.
okay. They're putting all this effort just to not go to college. So
Okay,
it's not like they're...
that's like you don't go to school. You don't go to school just to go to college.
That's what people do. That's what majority of people do. They go to
You don't
college.
have to. It's an option.
Yeah, I know you don't have to. I know you don't have to.
It depends on the career field that you put yourself into. And no matter
Exactly.
what, English will be important no matter what. And that's the most, that's
Right, and you don't need to go to 13 years of school to learn the whole the English language. Hello?
Yes, you do.
What is your point? You didn't go to school for 13 years to know English?
Yes, English. Okay, so I want you to search up how many words are in the English dictionary.
The English dictionary is irrelevant.
I want you to search it up, and I want you to tell me all the information you know on English. There's so many different aspects to English besides just words.
Exactly.
I mean, there's way sentences are set up. There's way messages are portrayed.
You don't even learn that in school.
English than just
Unless you're taking an English class, you don't learn that in school. For real.
Is English going to make you dance? Yes, it is. English can help you apply to college. English can help you get a job.
They don't even teach English in school unless you're an English class. So what are you talking about?
Wait, say that one more time? Sorry, we were talking at the same time. You were saying something?
It's over 1 million words.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know all those words?
I know most that can get me around. Do you think people need to know the whole English language, the most complicated words, to speak English? No, you do not. I speak multiple languages, and I don't know all these languages. No, you do not, sweetheart. Sweetie plum.
Yes, you do, sweetheart. Yes, sweetheart. You need to know as much English as possible.
Why?
Because it was written for a reason. A language is written for a reason.
No, you said you need to know the whole English. You need to learn the whole English.
The majority of English you should learn.
But you said everyone should, I don't even know, but the whole English is over 1 million words, and I'm supposed to have that memorized, and 13 years of school is going to teach that. Incorrect. That's not even true.
No. But your original argument is 13 years was too much to learn. It was too much years to just learn English. But English is
no, I didn't say just to learn English.
No, don't interrupt me. English is such a complex topic that it will take 13 years. It will take 13 years to learn.
They do not teach English. They do not teach English like that. They do not. In school.
Say it one more time.
They do not teach. Hold on. They do not teach English like that in school. Yippee boy. Like, are you serious?
They do.
They barely give kids lunches and all that stuff to keep up with their building. There's so much, and you're telling me they're teaching over 1 million words to kids for 13 years. False.
That's why
not in my education.
That's why you in English class you read
went to school in the birds.
Literary analysis. You do literary analysis on.
Yippee! What is your point?
Within school. Excuse me.
What's your point?
My point? I'm saying it takes time to learn something.
No, for the AI.
Use a short. My original point is that AI is taking away from creativity and it's destroying our youth.
Okay. You know how much people are unhappy today?
Unhappy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very unhappy.
Why? Why?
Not because of generative AI. That's what I would say.
AI just started to come.
Think. People are unhappy today.
No,
Back in the
let me
day,
say
I
my
can tell you.
point. I'm trying to state an argument here.
Okay, what's your argument?
So AI just started to form in like 10 years.
Okay.
Okay? People been unhappy. You want to know the key reason? Because they're forced to do things that they don't even want to do. Like school, work, all that stuff. Period. Meow, girl, your name is Meow, and you're asking if I'm okay? Come on. Hey, do you love AI?
Yeah, I love AI.
Why do you love AI?
Because AI, it helps you with your homework. It makes it so you don't
Exactly.
have to. And we are
Can
putting
you put the
much,
mic
much.
closer to your mouth?
Yeah, I can put the mic closer to my mouth. It's easier for us to just use AI than sit there for hours working on something that we already know. Homework is something we already know. Why would we time on something we already know? We do not need to relearn it overnight by ourselves. That just makes us more stressed.
Exactly.
And their whole point is for us to relearn the same thing in one night. If we because they teach one thing the whole week, they just teach different versions of that same thing. So we shouldn't have homework because if we're learning it in school, we should not have to bring it home. School is for school, and we shouldn't have homework. And that should just stay at school because home is supposed to be a place where we can relax.
Right. They can't. These kids can't even relax because they're too busy working like slaves. Literally.
Exactly. And adults, when they get home from work, they get to sit down, relax, crack open a cold drink, and then as soon as kids get home, they have homework. They're expected to clean. They're expected to do everything around the house, even though they just went through a long, hard day.
Yep, I knew it. This guy, he's good. This is coming from a kid himself. A kid himself saying this, right? They act like, oh, well, these kids, they have no time to do nothing. And I was one of those kids. I was one of those kids! I had no time to do nothing. It was miserable. That's why people are depressed because of school. So God forbid they have someone to help them with time. Okay, you're pretty. Your face is a work of art. Okay, you're pretty. Your face is a work of art. I want to say school. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it in caps. Because I was thinking about school. I was like, so hurtful. School is just so hurtful. Should. Okay, you're pretty. I just keep on repeating that. It's through so much struggle and I've learned so much negative stuff that now I have to base it on my life. So I guess it did kind of prepare me for the evilness. But yeah, it's put me through so much, like, so much terrible stuff, and it's just so sick, and it should not exist. There's this girl that I envy on TikTok, where she raises her kids in the literal jungle. And sorry. No, because my manager's fucking me up. Like, I'm a little pissed. Hello.
Hello? Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Why do you think school shouldn't exist?
Because it sets you up for to be an unstable individual.
What do you mean? Like mental issues?
Yes.
Okay, well, I feel that, I mean, you could get mental issues from it, but counselors and everybody...
Counselors? Okay, well, no. Just because it has counselors doesn't mean it makes it right, because now you can have someone to talk to. But school, the people are bad, the environment is bad. In some cases, you might pass away on the walk to school because a lot of people, like, not in America, school is very far from them, right? It's all to learn about stuff that you will not be using as an adult, okay? The food is terrible. The processed food is terrible. Most principals, they don't care. They're in it for the money that is very low pay. And all those things combined, and the top of, like, bullying and all that stuff, it's just unnecessary. And then the schoolwork, you will never learn again, ever. You will never learn it again. You know, like, certain stuff I will use again in elementary school, but past elementary school, there's nothing I will use from middle school or high school other than the fact that people are sick. And that's the only thing that school teaches you, and the only reason why school exists is for the government.
Okay. So hold on, sorry, I'm trying to, like, collect my thoughts. Okay. You like shot somebody 170?
Yeah. I can just say one point, and then you can talk about it, and then another point, if you want.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm like, I have ADHD, so it's a little bit hard for me to, like, it digests everything all at once. I was, it's just hard for me to follow.
what was one of the points you made? I get walking to school could be dangerous in other places, but I think that this is coming from like a obviously very like privileged point of view. I feel. I've moved around quite a bit, and I can agree there's some schools that are really terrible, and like the kids are not nice. The teachers don't really care. The stuff that we're being taught doesn't really stick, and like. Okay, I was in like a grade 10 class, and kids were asking how to use a protractor. That is a problem. Like that is a problem. I think it is important though, because it really depends like what job you will be having in the future. Obviously, there's mainly math. I feel like that's like my best example, but there's so many other jobs that use like the other topics, and there's plenty of jobs that won't, you know what I mean? I get that there's some topics that like don't seem important, but I think that
okay, so can you give me like more than 3 reasons to like why you feel like school should exist?
Well, obviously education is important. Like,
so what education?
Socializing, the education, like learning, even like all your basic stuff. You know what I mean?
Like what?
Like how to read, how to socialize, math, social studies, your history, like science, all of that stuff is important. Even if you like don't fully use it, there's even other classes too. There's like foods. Like even the secondary classes like that is important. You know what I mean?
So like math, but like what kind of math? All kinds?
I mean, there's definitely some that can probably we can do without, but there's definitely like jobs like there's a lot of construction jobs where you need to know how to do certain math. I forgot what it's called, but it's the one where you do stuff with shapes. And like the angles and like certain whatever.
Okay, so not everyone's going to be a construction worker, and I guarantee. So I also guarantee they're going to let you on what exactly you need this math for. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're getting tons of math getting shoved in your face, whenever you learn this type of math, I'm pretty sure you're going to forget it if you even get that construction job. Because there's so much other things that school forces kids to learn that is irrelevant. Okay? So all I'm arguing is just the fact that it just puts kids through too much, and socially, it doesn't teach kids to be social. It teaches kids to bully one another and to pick on flaws that other kid that they're not typically see in their own home. Like, I've never been in a grade where there isn't bullies. Like, I've never, you lose friends. Like, it's very traumatic. It doesn't teach about anything social. The only thing that I learned socially is getting a job and talking to real adults, not kids, on a daily basis. That's the only thing I would say socially you should possibly be learning about. But it's just so much wrongs in school, honestly.
Well, I agree. The system is very messed up, but I feel that...
Like, it's necessary?
Huh?
Do you feel like it's necessary?
I mean, I definitely think like for sure the earlier school teaching is necessary so that you can get those like basic skills. But I also think that like you can do something like homeschooling would probably be a lot more beneficial. But I still think that the social aspect of it, like you said. Obviously, there's going to be bullies, there's going to be people like that you need to learn how to have those social skills, you know what I mean, to learn how to be able to talk to people and, like, be comfortable, you know what I mean? I can't hear this person, so if I talk to them, I'm sorry. We're in a different age group. but it's different for everybody. Like the experiences is so different for everybody. It's very kind of parent variable. But just because you had experienced a bunch of bullies, I'm not saying that your experience isn't valid because it 100% is. I'm sorry that you had to go through the experiences that you did. like obviously you deserve whatever you had to go through, but it's very like objective to kind of like group in everything. Being like, oh well, there's always bullies. Like yeah, sorry, I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm not really.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's not just a me thing. Like, is like since school even existed, the very beginning, there's always been a bully. There's always been a complicated teacher. There's always been these flaws, and it just got more progressive with the following years. You know, so it's not just me. There's bullies. There's really bad bullies in Korea, South Korea, like all of that stuff. So, and that's feeds into mental problems that we'll face as an adult. That I don't feel like it's necessary to keep school around to have those mental problems that don't put you in situations that you would. There are plenty of people who suffer in school and suffers some type of mental disorder because of school, because of the kids, because of the environment. And then as an adult, they never snap out of it, snap back, know? So I feel like it's much better if school should be ended. And even if the parents can teach the kids, like you said, homeschooling, rather than them having a school, having a building with all that stuff, and then you dedicate 13 years just to waste all that time and get no money from it. That's all I'm saying.
Hello?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, so what you were talking about like kids getting bullied and stuff, I don't think we should limit other kids from like learning and education just because people are like having those problems.
No one's saying that.
You literally said the school should not exist because of that. Is that your own reasoning or do you have more?
She had quite a few more. She listed a bunch. Right?
Like homeschooling can definitely exist where that comes into play, but having a building full of kids of all different kinds sometimes, and all that bullying experiences, and it's just very unnecessary just to get mental problems from it.
Okay,
so homeschooling can be a choice.
How else do you think they should learn?
What, firstly, I feel like we should learn about the world, which has nothing to do about math problems. Because there's a girl on TikTok who lives in the jungle who still teaches her 2 sons math and stuff, but they're learning about stuff that people should really be learning about, like how to make a fire and how to prepare for certain stuff. That's what you should be really worrying about. Because school does not exist on any other animal does not have this teaching thing about school, about unnecessary stuff that's irrelevant. We're the only ones who do, right? It's also because it's controlled by the government. And yeah.
So if you didn't have school, then you'd most likely be working like at a gas station or at like Walmart. But with school, you can get degrees, you can get master's degrees, and you can go to college and become smarter and get an actual professional job. If you don't go to school,
you get a little things they know the world level.
Give me a second. Okay. So wouldn't it be good?
Wait, I wasn't done talking. You're not gonna get all those opportunities and stuff. And you were talking about how this girl is teaching her kids math in the forest. I mean, you don't know if she went to school to learn that math and stuff.
She did go to school,
but you don't know if she went to school to learn
she
that math.
does.
Obviously,
She has went to school. What's she talking about? My point is, it was not about the mother, like a scenario that you don't know about because you do not know her TikTok. But I'm just saying, like, The kids are perfectly fine. And you should be learning in the jungle because it will teach you about certain stuff, like how to cook and all that necessary stuff, okay? But also wouldn't it be good for the kid to not waste 13 years learning about stuff that they will never recover and maybe spend 13 years studying to be a doctor and then they go to college for it, you know? And picking what they want to do early instead of wasting all this time and now they have a bunch of mental disorders.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19 and you're saying all this stuff. You do not sound 19. You sound like you're 12.
You do too.
Okay, I sound like I'm 12 and I still sound more educated than you.
Then you can get banned because you're disrespecting me.
I'm not being disrespectful. You're just being dumb. You're being...
Bye.
Hello.
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 So, what do you agree with? School should exist or should not?
Should not.
And why is that?
So.
Why is that?
Yeah. So, firstly, it teaches unnecessary stuff that you will never recover, or revise becoming an adult. For one. For two, the school system and the people inside the building, you may experience a lot of bullying or some type of distortment from kids, you know? So it says you need to be around kids so you can learn how to be social, but most of the time you learn how to be quiet and reserved because you're afraid to be bullied. For three, it wastes 13 years of your life for stuff that could just easily be done in 5 years. And four, a lot of people, schools are very far from them, and the trip back and forth may include them passing away. So inclusive, so the school should not exist, to me. Alrighty. I don't think he has anything to say. Good evening, Jester.
Good evening.
So,
why do you think school should not exist?
Oh my.
Well, I'm charging my phone.
Okay, so the mental problems you gain, there's a lot of people who will become or is depressed from school. Like there's a study on it, okay? That's the leading cause for teenagers and kids is school because of the bullying and a lot of, you know, pick on and stuff like that, bullying, okay? For two, you go to school for 13 years and you learn stuff that's not relevant in day-to-day life, okay? For three, you don't get paid. For four, it's a big waste of your time. For five, it's hardship. For six, some people who go to school, it's a deadly trip back and forth. For two, it's a big waste of time. That's it. There's so much reasons, but we'll just say those. Duckling, stop putting the stuff in the comments, okay? Are you going to respond to that, Jester Boy?
Yeah. So let's suppose like we take that all in, right? How do you?
No, that's what happens. That's what it is.
Okay, we'll get to that later. But how would you replace the education system?
How would I replace it?
I hate school.
Like, you can either go to homeschool.
Okay. Homeschool.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I want to die.
Doing that right now.
What?
Why aren't all kids doing that right now?
Because the parents don't have time because they're so busy working to homeschool their kids.
Okay, so why should we go to school?
Listen, I don't know if you know this, but it's all a government thing. The only reason why school exists is so the government can form you to become a mentally unstable adult who's a slave to working. I think I'm gonna get cut. Hold on. Yep, got cut. Got cut, go, 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 go. I literally, yes. Okay, give me, I need, like, okay. I know you're pretty. Your face is a work of art. No, it's like, oh yeah, you're pretty. Your face is a work of art. Okay, you're pretty. Your face is a work of art. But you got an ugly heart. Just bring me back. 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 Just fucking bring me back.
I believe that we
But
don't get there.
but what do you think will happen to you?
Yeah, I just believe that since we don't have a soul and we don't have consciousness, we wouldn't be able to see anything, feel anything, touch
So just total
anything.
blackness?
Not blackness, since we can't see anything. It's just gonna be like before we were born. I mean, we can't remember anything. We couldn't see anything. So,
Are you essentially an atheist then?
atheistic.
Okay, I see. I guess another question I have is what do you base your morals off of? Do you base it off of some historical text, Satan
No.
himself? What do you base it off of?
No, more like secular humanism.
And what is that?
Secular humanism?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, secular humanism is just gonna be like a non-religious worldview that like emphasizes like human logic, human reason, and science and ethical responsibility.
Do you believe murder is wrong?
Yes. Murder, yes.
Why is it wrong?
So you're just taking a life, right? And that life has so much potential, and that life could have achieved like personal autonomy, like ultimate personal autonomy and bodily autonomy. You're just taking a life in general is really harmful to not only you but the person.
So where do you get the belief that that's wrong? Why isn't taking a life right?
Because of secular humanism and because of our morality. We also like our evolutionary traits based off our morality as well.
Okay, I guess that's all I have. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good evening. So, can you tell me what do you believe in?
Morality or supernaturally?
Both?
The morality we would believe like in secular humanism is based on morality.
Can you bring the mic closer to your voice, please? Because I can't really hear.
For morality wise, we would just base it off of like secular humanism and like compassion and empathy. Excuse me. And supernaturally, we don't believe in anything.
You don't believe in anything spiritually?
No.
Then how are you a Satanist?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, I know they don't believe in Satan. That's a lie. But they do believe in something spiritual, right? That's why it's a religion. Because they do believe in something. Because if they don't believe in anything, then they will be not a Satanist.
Religion by definition does not mean you believe in a God. Religion by definition is that you have beliefs and like morals as well, according to Merriam-Webster. Believe in God, religion. You don't have to believe in anything spiritual, so you believe in religion. You can live for like Buddhism, for example, Jainism.
Yeah, so what makes you a Satanist if you're not religious, you don't believe anything, and you don't have any moral code? Huh?
Correction, religion was religion. Like Satanism was a religion. So.
Yeah, so I was asking you, but you said you're not. So that's why I was wondering.
I am religious. I never said I wasn't.
Okay, but what do you believe in?
Nothing, as in supernaturally wise, nothing.
So how are you spiritual?
I never said I was spiritual.
Religious.
Yeah,
how are you religious but you don't believe in anything?
I just explained to you the definition according to Merriam-Webster.
There's a what according to who?
Merriam-Webster.
Oh, you believe in her?
Merriam-Webster is not a person, it's a website.
Oh, I don't know. It sounds like a name. So I'm just confused. So, like, the definition of...
You think of God being Merriam-Webster?
Yeah, I don't. I thought that was like a person or something because I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, according to Merriam-Webster, system of religious attitudes, beliefs, and practices is going to be the definition of religion, which is a noun.
Okay, so can you describe like what made you become a Satanist?
In the description.
You said it's a description
Yeah.
of what? A description of what?
No, the description that's on the top.
There is? All I see is acts of Satanist anything. Oh, wait. It says... Okay, ethical... What framework?
Huh? That's the framework. As in like secularism.
Oh, like... So do you believe in like like freedom and, you know, you believe in yourself kind of stuff?
Mm-hmm. See.
Okay. So there's a religion to like dedicate like your own type of stuff, freedom and individuality. You have to be like, well, you don't have to, but like there's a religion for that.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that about Satanism or Satanist. Okay, that's great. So is your friend Christian?
Who?
Like the girl next to you?
Oh, we're not friends. I don't know.
Oh. Okay. What an odd thing. Okay, your cover all pretty. Face in at the dark. Good evening, everyone. Oh, wait, I'm not up. That looked like me. I thought that was me. Are these people stuck? Accent anything. Is be respectful? I didn't know there was a description.
Hello.
Hello.
Yep. What's up?
So, are you a Catholic?
Yeah.
So why do you think the Eucharist is Jesus? Body and blood.
Because Jesus said it himself. Because all of his followers took it as such, and all of the early witnesses in the early church took it as such.
So where do you get this bread and blood from? Or well, not blood, wine. Where do you get
like
these things? Yeah, like your Catholic Church. Do you know where they get it from?
So, actually, like the actual bread and the actual wine. So there's like specific wine that like priests like buy. It's not like regular wine. There's like specific like priestly wine that they like sell for like priests. And then the actual bread is baked, usually by nuns, and so they'll bake it and then they'll like ship it out.
So, right. But what it says when you look it up, like the Eucharist, you know, it obviously says, well, it doesn't obviously say, but it says the bread is represented to be the body of Jesus, and then the wine is represented to be the blood. So it says
Not
represented.
though.
Okay, but like, I know you guys might think it's like the actual thing, but I would feel like that would be like odd because you said nuns make it, and then the wine is bought. But if this is like if this is actually Jesus' blood and body, like I would feel like it would be a more sacred way, like just
Oh, no,
buying
I see what you
wine and somebody making bread. A nun, like I wouldn't understand that would be equivalent to
No, yeah,
Jesus
yeah.
Christ's literal body and blood.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I understand your question now in light of this. So it's the distinction between the bread.
Okay, you're cover girl pretty. Bitch, you know it's represented, bitch.